in there. Tell you what, he's a big lad. Coming off the long run, ball, a heavy ball right on target. That's a good delivery, and also equally clever batting to skip down the wicket and rotate the strike early on. Very important. You don't get marooned on one end in any sort of cricket, really. But Gabriel, wow, he really does run in hard. You look at Srisanth, just a bit more tentative in his approach to the crease, a little bit slower, a bit more controlled. Gabriel really does charge in.
Oh, he's gone full. That was close to the leg stump. Maybe a harsh wide, that from Jerry. That's similar to how he got George Worker out yesterday with a full toss that thudded into the pad. That is just a lick of paint away, really, from the leg stump. I think Shannon can be slightly hard done by that delivery. You can see the funny side of it. Although he doesn't always, Shannon. He can get a bit grumpy if things don't go his way. That's pitched outside. Another good single taken, so starting to be positive with their running, these two legends.
At the moment, no boundaries scored, and it'll just be playing on this opening pair's minds at the moment. As you said, just content with having a look at the conditions at the moment. And just trying to rotate strike as he's done just there. Bat, pad, whatever it is, and rotate, get down the other side. The field is back at the moment. A deep square leg and third man. Those are the boundary riders in this power play.
I feel like he's just starting to get his feet going and find his rhythm. Martin Guptill, feet moving. Honestly think he's one of the batters I've seen in terms of players who hit the ball hard. I would say Shannon goes down there. Guptill, not many around when he was playing that hit the ball harder than him, and he's not a huge hitter in terms of length of six, but just the hardness, the way that he hit the ball along the ground and in the air, just rocketed off his bat, and effortlessly as well, like effortless power. Can't teach that. Clipped away. There is protection out in the deep for that delivery.
Gabriel's gone down again. I tell you what, follow through. Pressure goes through that front foot, his landing foot, when he hits the crease. Kicking off the side screen, coming off his long run. This is, I like the way he's bowling. In his earlier game, he was outside the off stump and his line wasn't the best. His foot just slipped a touch. That front foot, and as you said, a lot of pressure going through that front foot, and it hits the crease hard. But today he's been a lot more at the stumps, and good length, good pace. And this pitch has got pace. I really like the look of it.
2 men out on the leg side for Pardeep. Is that going to be a wide? It is. Jerry Matabiri, Shannon Gabriel can't keep his footing at the moment. He's a very big man. He might have scraped some skin off his palm as well. But when he goes down hard. Everything is big of Shannon Gabriel. You look at him compared to Srisanth in terms of body shapes. Again, might have been a slightly harsh call for the wide. He is a big unit, Shannon. I hope he's okay. Might be his hand that he's injured there, John.
And that's the hand he used to break his fall. A couple of little rough areas on the pitch, and that's when he put his hand out to break his fall, and obviously he's got a bit of a cut. There's a bit of talk now. Liam Plunkett asking Chica Dewan which end he should come from, possibly. But yeah, just not a great moment. Any player hurts themselves. But having a look at the man who's in picture behind the stumps right now, he was out in the middle and he found the middle of the bat all day long. Carried his bat all the way, 115 not out, 9 sixes. That was special. And anything slightly loose, he climbed all over it. Those slightly shorter deliveries from the spinners. He hit it all past and down on one knee there, hit that one into the side screen. And a beautiful celebration from the South African legend.
Talk about effortless power. He's a similar type of batter, isn't he? Just very punchy, not much of a follow through, but he found the middle of the bat consistently. Some amazing shots. Started off going the offside, over the offside, and then over the leg side. That's wise. He does his press ups. Any kids watching, do your press ups and you'll be able to hit sixes.
He must have known the camera's on him or something. You know, looking busy. Get the body going, get the shoulders loose. As I say, he had a busy day yesterday, and good to see this. He's a real fighter. And you've got to say, he is up for a scrap no matter what. When he's in real retirement, 60 years old, he'll still be putting his best foot forward.
But let's see all of his sixes from yesterday. Flipped over the offside. If he dropped short, he was ruthless. Look at that. These are just jabs. Unless, of course, he bowls short and then there's a bit more of a follow through. But look at that. There's no real follow through at all. He's a sweet timer of the ball. Doesn't look like he's trying to hit these hard. But believe me, he is. Dynamic player. Second highest score ever in the LLC T20. Slips in behind Dwayne Smith, who's also playing this year. 120 for him. That's the target for all the batters to reach. Shannon's back. I think he pitched outside. Half an appeal. Not quite got his line right.
Particularly to the left-handed batter. And he's been on those pads or down leg side, and that's pitching outside leg. Good pace though. He's rushed him, no doubt. Glad to see him not take a tumble off to that last delivery. He's struggled with his footing and balance on the crease, and that time he seemed to be a lot better. He had a little bit of repair work on his left hand. Seems to be okay.
Deep third drops out. So we've got a deep backward square leg and a deep third. Slip is still in, but very wide. Second slip, really. That's the biggest wide of the bunch. Definitely struggling with his radar, Shannon Gabriel. He was actually very loose in his first over yesterday, and George Worker really took to him. Took him a while to get going, but when he did, fast and straight, that's what did for Worker. Might be the quickest bowler playing in this tournament. What do you reckon, Gabriel? Nuwan Pradeep. He was up there. He was bowling over 130 Ks, which is very good for a legend. You can get up to 130 Ks plus at 45. That's not bad. Artif will retain the strike, so that over took a while, but it is over now. It is 10 without loss.
Having a look at who's to come, Masakatsa, Jadav, Kartik. It's really good top five. Thereafter, I think there could be a little bit of a worry if the platform's not set by, say, the top three. They lose some early wickets. They could get really tested at lower to middle order, which doesn't look that strong, in my opinion. About 10 for none after 2. And yet to see a boundary in the innings.
Again, more swing that he's finding hard to control, Srisanth. If he can get it right, there's a lot of assistance in the air for him. He's just struggling to control this new ball. Most of the swing, interestingly, has been in swing to the right-hander or away swing to the left-hander.
Also, as you get a little bit older, it's easier to bowl the in-swinger physically, with the shoulder and the wrist and everything. Bowling those out-swingers to right-handers can be quite tough and taxing on the body, so I don't blame him. And also, in-swingers to right-handers are actually not a bad option in T20 cricket, just tucking up the right-handed batter who he's bowling to right now, Martin Guptill. The field is posted. It's a very wide third man and a deep square leg posted.
Oh, that's aerial, not timed. Thankfully for Guptill, comes through for a single. Yeah, he's just saying that one bounced a little bit.
It looks to be quite a tough shot to try and attempt. Is the shot straight back over the bowler's head? We saw in the first game where a lot of batters tried that and were dismissed in that manner. At the moment, you'd think Parth Patel looked to maybe move across, clip it leg side, or back away, open up the offside. A shot back over the bowler's head. Just a bit of extra bounce. It's a tough stroke.
I think that's going to be another wide, which Billy signals in his own unique way. Had a lot of wides so far, 8, no boundary, so the wides are keeping them going here, the batting side.
That's right, and it takes a lot of time as well, these wides, extra deliveries. I think of over 8s and trying to get through overs. At the moment, it's bedeviling them. These wides, 8 already.
That's a big heave from Parthiv, trying to drag to the leg side. Maybe better off going up and over the offside there. So it's been a fairly sedate start from the Southern Stars. Run rate's okay though. We haven't had a sedate start to the tournament though. Incredible game to start off with Konak Surya's beating Manipur Tigers off the last ball by 2 runs. Then another last ball finish. The Capitals beating Hyderabad by 1 run. And then last night, Gujarat Greats, fairly comfortable, but it still went to the last over by 8 wickets. Does he beat the man? No. Just a yard either side of Gabriel. We would have had our first boundary. Still dealing in singles at the moment, the superstars.
I like what you say. These teams are quite nicely matched up because you're getting such close results every single game. Talk about Van Wyk dominating, but the game was, like you say, went to the last over as well. The previous 2 games went to the last ball as well. So amazingly tight games and emotional finishes throughout.
Very nice timing from Guptill. Unfortunately, straight back to the bowler. 4 off 10 at the moment, Martin Guptill. He is struggling a little bit, but it is understandable. He's just arrived, first game in these conditions. Just trying to find his form, find the middle of the bat. Once he gets going, though, he is a very dangerous customer. There he is. There you are, Martin Guptill, up and over. He hasn't quite timed it. It's just come up short. So we're still awaiting our first boundary, and he's got a 3.
He talked about trying to find form here. There's not much time to do it other than the nets during the day and in your practice sessions. He had a full go slicing across that one and had enough decent willow on it to clear the infield, and that's the way to do it. Do you try to feel your way into an encounter as a batter, or do you come out and actually have a full go? You just try to find the right recipe here. When you haven't played for a while, might be a bit of rust in there, and he's going to try hit himself into some form here.
What's been impressive with Srisanth is he's swinging it both ways now. Outswinger there, the traditional outswinger. In-swinger probably to the left-hander. authoritative, swinging like a rusty gate at the moment. 18 without loss. Six and over the Southern superstars are going at, despite the fact that they are yet to hit a boundary. So they'll be happy with that from that point of view, that they've kept it ticking along. But they'll be desperate to hit that first four. It will always make two openers feel a lot better about things once you see one go over the rope. Or even a six. Six would be even better, of course. Well, they'll take a four on offer. More pace. Shikha's gone to Liam Plunkett, who was the pick of the bowlers probably for the Gujarat greats in their win over Hyderabad. 2 wickets for him, very experienced. Bangs it in, and bang goes Guptill. There is our first boundary.
Slapped. That was the ultimate loosener from Plunkett. The body looked to get going there, dragged it down, the crowd on their feet. Cut short wide, and he fetched it from well outside the off stump over mid-on. So a real confidence booster for Guptill now. Can he make this a big over?
Went with the cutter straight away, Plunkett. Maybe a bit surprising. Wonder if this will be full pace, this one. Generally will bang the ball in short rather than pitch up. Pitch up is more the surprise ball, and that's reflected in the field change now. Mid-wicket, dropping out to deep mid-wicket. We've also got a man out, a deep backward square leg. Double bluff, he goes for the full delivery. Guptill might get 2 here. They're coming back. Good running.
There's certainly been a momentum change from the superstars. Up their game, hit their first boundary, and now they're off. 6 off 2 balls, really good here. Guptill's balance is looking a lot better early on, but he's timed a few good drives in the first few overs. He's been finding the middle of the bat, hadn't got runs, but now he's hitting his stride.
That's right out the middle, unfortunately for the batter, straight to Mohammad Kaif. Guptill muttering to himself. Always the way when you're struggling to find the middle. Then when you do find the middle, it goes straight to the fielder.
He was having a little chirp at the bowler there, do you think, maybe? Having a little bit of banter with the bowler. I saw them having a chat earlier on. And they're in the warm-up, so a nice little tussle going on there. Guptill winning it right now. Good over. What can Parthiv Patel do here? Because Plunkett's bowling back of a length, a lot shorter. A couple of pull shots being played, and Parthiv looking to square leg. The fielders on the boundary are square of the wicket. Backward, deep backward point, deep backward square. So he's not going to really be pitching it up too much, I would say, with this sort of field setting.
Also stationed 2 men behind square on the offside now to cut off his cut shot. Another good single, running aggressively like young men.
Third, should say the 4th, 5th and 6th over in this power play is normally when teams look to really try and maximise this field restrictions. And they've had a good look at the pitch now and the pace of it. And Guptill finding his range. Patel 4 off 8, a little bit on the slow side, yet to hit a boundary.
That's too short, I think. Yes, that's going to be a wide. Almost pitched that on his toes, Liam Plunkett.
Have a look here. Absolutely right. That was about a quarter of the way down the pitch. It landed, and Guptill trying to do a smash overhead. describe that shot. It's quite hard to find the right words for that one, but well over his head, and the skipper getting a bit frustrated here. 9 wides now.
That was on the stumps. Guptill still able to work it away. It's interesting, really. You think you only hit 1 boundary in the first 4 overs. Things aren't going to be going too well, but they're going at 7 and over, which is fine. The wides have just enabled these 2 batters who are finding their feet to not feel the scoreboard pressure. It's not been a great start for Gujarat with the ball at all. And that's going to be another one.
So the skipper and his bowlers, he's going to be feeling pretty aggrieved. He won the toss, decided to have a bowl. His team is doing exactly what they wanted to do, but now they've got out in the middle. The execution's been very poor so far. 10 wides now. You've got a count going at double figures, and that, I tell you, that hardly ever happens in white ball cricket these days.
That hits something, I think. There's a noise. Finger goes up. Caught behind Parthiv Patel. Trying to manufacture something. And that will calm Shikhar Dhawan down a little bit.
Parthiv. Seam, a little glove, trying to get it over short fine leg. That was his area of choice. And Morne van Wyk once again in the game, taking a simple catch behind the stumps, and Plunkett strikes. His form been a bit rusty in this first over, but he's picked up a vital wicket. Parthiv Patel, he's gone for 4 off 9. Southern Superstars 29 for 1.
Been a strange start to this innings. The Southern Superstars batters just struggling to come to terms with a pitch they haven't batted on. Gujarat great bowlers have really struggled with that line, but they have picked up their first wicket. Now Liam Plunkett getting Parthiv Patel for 4. Martin Guptill still there on a run of ball 15. And he has been joined by Hamilton Masakadza, former Zimbabwe batter. Shikhar Dhawan's had enough of the seam bowl, so he's got Manan Sharma on. Bowled pretty well in the first game. Picked up 2 for 25 from his 3 overs, including the big wicket of Sean Marsh. Tossed up. Very wide, tried to flat back that Martin Guptill.
Manan's action, very smooth.